Hello, I'm at the Munro Rehearsal Rooms with Rona Munro, who is the playwright who has written next week's play, Guilty. Rona, lovely to see you.
Oh, lovely to see you.
Tell us a little bit about the play.
Well, the play arose because yourself and the team at Moore gave me the fantastic opportunity to write something that was in some sense located in North East Scotland, where I'm from, and I was sort of encouraged to think about North East characters, and instantly, of course, I went, does that mean I could write specifically for two of my favourite actresses? And since the answer was yes, I came up with this play, which was an opportunity to have Leslie Hart and Louise Ludgate in my head as I was creating it. And I don't know if I've done them justice, but it made it one of the most enjoyable writing experiences I've had. Yeah.
Good. And it's going to Aberdeen, to the London Tree.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the play.
The play is a kind of dark comedy, and it's two people in a police interview room, one of whom may or may not be guilty of a crime. We're not certain at the beginning if a crime has been committed, and then as the story develops we get the sense it might have been, but then there's a certain point where it twists and the accusation of who is truly guilty flies back and forth like a bit of a tennis match. And I think the audience can make up their own mind who is ultimately guilty. I think it's fairly conclusive by the time we get to the end.
And you're working with Marilyn Imrie directing.
Yes.
Who you've worked with before.
I have indeed. I've had the great pleasure to do a whole series of the Stanley Baxter Playhouse with the wonderful Stanley Baxter doing radio plays, which is another opportunity when you know you're writing for someone as brilliant as Stanley Baxter.
Yeah.
It just flows out the word processor, really. So we've had a very happy collaboration on those.
And have you worked with Louise in London before?
Well, I've worked with Louise, has been in a couple of my things. Most notably, she was the first person to play Josie in Iron, which is probably one of my more successful plays. And also she was in The House Bernard Alba for NTS. She was fabulous in both of those. Leslie was in one of my favourite plays that I've ever written called Long Time Dead, playing a very bizarre character in that, who was one of my favourite characters. So yeah, they've both, I think I've done other stuff with them. That's the kind of the highlights, yeah.
Well, I'm going to encourage you to come and see this play. It's absolutely fascinating, it's beautifully written, it's I think very well performed and directed by Team Munro. And thank you very much, Rona.
Well, thanks for the opportunity.